somewhere wrong. I think I might have.
Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday, and welcome to another Ready to Love, Make a Move recap. I'm your host, Christal Jordan, and I thought I would be downstairs again so you guys can. I'm just, I'm excited about the holiday spirit. I felt like I should play. We should have Let It Snow playing in the back. Just because of the holiday decor. But tonight's episode, I can't wait to get in. I want to make sure everybody comes on in. I'm going to go ahead and bring my co-host, Scorpio Mo, on. Let's get Scorpio Mo in the building. What's good?
What's up? What's the word?
Oh, my goodness, man. Tonight's episode, we got a full house tonight already, 1:36 in. We got a full house. Hey, Shanita. Hey. Marqueza, Naomi, Ish, Keisha in love. What's up, girl? Gigi, Michelle.
Hello, people.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. You guys come on in. Let It Snow is one of my favorite Christmas. So I love Christmas. I love Christmas. Love it. It's my favorite time of year. I was a little late getting in because one of my good girlfriends brought me some tea, and you guys know I'm still recovering. I'm feeling a lot better, but she brought me some tea and some aloe vera juice, and so I'm sipping on that now. Trying to get myself together because, as you know, we have a big event happening next week here in Atlanta. If you are here, I want to see you in the space. We are going to be at ATL with all your favorite Ready to Love girls. We have actually Vernisha, we have Zadia, we have Ashley, we have Shay, we have who else is coming from and actually I believe we're going to have one of the girls from Bell Collective is going to join us as well. So if you're in Atlanta, make sure I'll put the information in the chat before we get out of here today, where you can register and come hang out with us next Thursday. But tonight, we got to get into tonight's episode. You guys know we got a special guest that's going to come in just a bit. But before she gets in the building, let's talk about tonight's episode. Mo, what was your thoughts on tonight's episode? I saw your text message. Jazz was over here tending to me, but I did see that you said they're playing in our face.
Yeah. That was towards the end, but it's heating up though. That's the thing.
All right. Well, what did you mean when you said they're playing in our face? What were you talking about specifically?
Bringing everybody back. Vernisha, just everybody coming back. What's homeboy's name? Donald.
Well, we knew Donald was coming back because
Donald. Pardon me, I'm getting the names all messed up. What's homeboy that was drinking the water with the bottle with no water in it?
Kirsten.
Kirsten, my man Kirsten. Yeah. See all that stuff. I was like, oh, they playing.
Maurice, yeah, Tamika, yeah, it's just, and yeah. I tonight wasn't my favorite episode. I'll be honest. I just, it wasn't my favorite episode. I feel like, well, we'll get into that. I feel like they're definitely, this is not serious. This is not really like, we're going back.
Got that.
We're going.
Yeah.
I also feel like, to me, the most real conversation was Zadia and Cam, right? And Verneashia and Jabari too. But like the every time we've had a guy on, and we've had Mizell last week, and then we also had
Keith.
Who's lazy? Keith, right? I think when you listen to what the men say about the fact that they thought
Right.
that there were going to be women in New Orleans, and now we're saying that you're bringing women into New Orleans with the likelihood of them, if they like you enough, moving here. It just makes it extremely difficult.
You got to change. It felt like the bait and switch.
Yeah. Like I think that's what we're seeing now. It's just showing that they're doing musical chairs, playing around, and it's not moving forward. Let's talk about thank you. Say it again.
Cam Anxiety.
I mean, I want to get to that. Let's get to that in a minute. Let's get to that. Let's talk about Donald and Ashley, because we saw a little bit of that teased last week. What do you think about her being hesitant or her having concern because of Donald having been married before?
I've heard that from women before. With I don't understand the issue with that, but I think being the first one means something. I guess, but is it really that serious after a certain age? I mean, especially with him being the age he is it really that serious?
Well, I guess if that's not something you knew, but you're right. I think at a certain age, you got to know. I mean, to me, I would, after a certain point, at least he was serious about being in a relationship.
But that man knew he didn't tell that woman that. You see how he slick said it. I ain't tell you.
Yeah. I feel like they're saying he was 21 years old and he was only married for a year. I think a lot of people, I don't think that speaks to who he is today. But I think Ashley gives us a big response initially, like, and then thinks about it later. What did you think about, like, if the antics and the dramatics in the beginning? I don't know. Do you think she really was concerned about it, or do you think it just makes for good TV?
I think both. I think she was slightly caught off guard. But it was like this is what she said. She was like, we're in a relationship. You didn't catch that?
I did catch that.
Yeah. See, yeah, hey.
But see, I feel like the women are acting like that, period, except for Vernisha. Vernisha's the only one like, slow down. I feel like the conversation with Zadia and Cam felt like that too. Like, you should be willing to, let's just get into it. Like, you should be willing to change your vision because of meeting me. Like,
I like homie standing the ground. No, you're right. She didn't even come halfway. I think you're supposed to work halfway, then move out, right? She started, you should be, well, and what did she say about we could talk about that? Something like that. What was that?
Yeah, she was like, we could talk about that. We'll talk about, well, no, she said, okay. He was like, he said that he knew the vision for his life, and she was like, it can change. Visions can change. And I'm just like, it just feels like the women are assuming because the show is about them, that the men are a lot more serious than they have acknowledged. And I think tonight we saw Cam. Somebody said earlier that he's not ready. I don't think he's not ready. I think it ain't time.
First of all, he don't want that girl no more. I'm gonna tell you that, right? Let's just put that out there. Anytime a man has that conversation with you,
tell us the signs that should let us know.
I done had them sit downs a few times. Trust me. And you don't want to, and this is the thing. So when you say it, then it's mean. But then when you try to, it's a communication thing. He didn't know how to say it without being mean. He's trying to let her go slowly, and she's not catching it. And maybe he should just boldly say it at this point, And anytime I'm being to be like, well, if there's other men that you want to, that's it right there.
Oh, wow.
That's
what
all
you guys in the chat. Hey, Mel, Gun Boss, come on home, baby. I do have the fireplace going. What do you got? What do the men think in the chat? If a man says, if there are other things that you want to pursue, I have never heard a man tell me that when he was.
That's what I'm saying. Why would a man throw you to other men if he wasn't really? Come on, man. Come on. He's a good dude, but he's stern though. I like him standing his ground, and he's telling her, "Yo, I'm busy." He's giving her all the hints.
Yeah.
And at that point, you should just say, "You're not going to be a bad guy. She's not catching it. Just say it, brother."
Wow.
It is what it is. Just say it.
Yeah. Cam said from the beginning that he was just having fun.
Yeah.
I think that when you come on a show, I keep saying this every week. Y'all know, every week I say I don't think men come on a reality show to be tied down. And every time, again, we've had Mizell last week talked about the fact that it wasn't very much going on. It wasn't a lot of time. Same thing with Keith. He was trying to see her outside of the situation, and it wasn't like that. The women are on here playing a TV game, and I don't necessarily think the dudes are with the TV game. You know what I mean?
Point. That's a great point.
So I think if Zadia and Cam met, if they lived in the same city, maybe it would have been different. But I think you got to realize the producers are probably saying, "Hey, we need you here, 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 and here." And he's like, "I got a job." And if he doesn't show up, then it makes it look like Zadia is upset because you're not putting him first. But the reality is he has stuff to do.
The man got businesses to run. I'm trying to listen, man. That young man don't want to do that.
Man, on an island says he was practically begging Zadia to move in a different direction.
Thank you, brother.
We don't know if that's a man or a woman, but I think but yeah, I think everybody is seeing that at this point. I did feel like he was seeing that. But I don't know if it's the process that he doesn't, if it's the process or it's actually Zadia. To me, it seemed like somebody that was like, I'm not going to be manipulated by this process. I actually have real stuff going on.
And low key, I think he hit already.
I did feel like when Zadia said she was trying to get to know him without her genitalia, I feel like that was over and above and maybe not true.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. We don't know. No,
I don't know. I'm just saying.
No disrespect. We just saying it probably. I don't know. Not saying that people can't just get to know each other, but that whole situation, you know what makes me feel like that? Honestly, is because of how hard she went to try to keep the fact that they spent the night together out of initially with that situation with Sharice and
I give her a little bit more than that. That's way I hope she didn't do it that early. But I just think leading into it, the more and more I see, and she's holding on. And I don't think she had another great option. I think she might have had some good and all right, but she didn't have another great one.
I agree.
Okay. Yeah.
I agree. I think that's really the problem overall. Is great options are missing from the process.
Because your girl kind of was funny today.
Which one?
Sharice.
Yeah. All right. Is because I was like, that feels forced.
Right.
What was the flirtatiousness from Sharice? Like, okay, now let me ask you this.
It was dry.
It just felt very forced. And I wonder if because of Mizell trying to pivot to Vernisha, if it made Sharice kind of step up with her flirtatious game.
That could be true. But to me, she picked the wrong dude though.
Yeah, she don't like either one of those guys.
I mean, she didn't, but I think out of the two, she picked the wrong one. I mean, I'm not a woman, I don't know, but the other guy seemed really into her. The other guy, the muscle guy, seemed like he was just he was more into him.
Yeah, but
he brought that other dude back. What's his name?
I don't know his. I'm
the lawyer.
The lawyer, Maurice.
You right?
Huh?
The when they said to give the other dudes, they letting them spin the block.
Yeah, Maurice.
Yes, Maurice.
Yeah, Maurice. I honestly, Sheila says she really likes the muscle man. I don't think she did. If that's the case, then we need to have a come to Jesus moment with Sharice, because the muscle bound man, no, he wasn't, and he was into himself. He was not really.
That's what I'm saying.
Really there, like,
at least he appeared to be into her. He brought stuff for her. You know, I was into her.
I don't know why she picked either of them. I really was like, okay, she's gonna say I've decided to go into a different direction. But then I was like, well, maybe she has to have a keeper.
You know, what did she say at the table with the dude? You know what I'm talking.
You said about the 6-pack?
Yeah.
She was like, maybe we'll get a chance to see under your shirt. It was awkward.
Sounded like she was reading the script. I'm just saying.
It was super awkward. It was super awkward. It did not flow off the tongue. And then he was like, well, maybe you'll get it. Like, it just
very forced.
I did not like it. I did not like it. So this is the thing I was gonna say though. With Sharice picking the guy that seemed more into himself, that would correlate with her picking with Maurice being there for so long and seeming like he was more into himself.
Oh, maybe. So that would imply that she would double spin the block on Maurice again, then possibly.
I feel like that could be a possibility. A
bad move too. She just got a bad hand. I ain't gonna hold you.
She did get a bad hand. I feel like none of the guys,
all of them, really got a bad hand.
I don't feel like anybody on the show has been a good option for Sharice.
Right.
I don't feel.
Or is that just connection? A lack of connection part.
I know what you're gonna say, and I know what the rest of the chat is gonna. I know you.
I'm just saying.
I feel like there could have been a right person for. I feel like they're just the type of man that Sharice needs. Maybe we don't. Is not.
He don't exist right now.
I don't believe that. I believe
he's not ready.
First of all,
it's her. She's not ready.
She may not be ready, but I do think if she is ready, she's not going to. These guys are too young. These two guys were super too young for her.
And then she did say she needs patience because she knows work, and you're going to have to take your time with her. Super time. I'm just saying.
You know what, G-Dub? Y'all are tripping. You say he's not in New Orleans. He hasn't been created yet. You know what?
See, now I don't think I'm talking crazy. You see the I'm saying?
No, I know. I already know the man is not there for her. I feel like I agree with Lisa. The man that is for her is not there. I feel like let's talk about Ashley really quickly because before you know that Vernisha is going to join us here in a second. What do you think about Ashley and Donald moving forward?
She has the better shot of the two between her and Sharice. I just think if she leaves his past, I mean, everybody got a past, man.
Yeah, the marriage should be a big deal, specifically because it was so early, it was so long ago. It's not like he has a baggage, from that marriage. If you get married to someone in your 20s and you're in your 30s, I mean, chances are you guys, have moved on and there's not baggage. I also feel like Donald seems more to me, and I know a lot of people in the chat have said that they feel like he's there for himself. I mean, but I feel like he's more comfortable in his skin than Ashley. I feel like he's more mature than Ashley, is what I'm saying.
I get that.
Yeah. I think that he kind of brings her down. Hold on, Mo, I'm gonna let you talk to the chat. I'm trying to help Vernisha get in here. I'll put myself on mute.
Gotcha. What's up, everybody? Today I did not put the shades on. Well, if you are in Atlanta, Thursday we'll be at ATL downtown College Park. I think it's from 8 to 10. A lot of the cast from the Ready to Love shows, they'll all be there from, I think there's at least one person from each season. Be honest with you, I just started watching the last season, so I'm not familiar with everybody, but I do know Shay. So if you're in Atlanta, please pull up and come say what's up. They got a mistletoe there. We'll be there for a couple hours. I got a lot of my homeboys coming through. We're gonna get a little fly, meet and greet people, and just have a good time. So if you in ATL, pull up on us and check it out. Other than that, man, hope everybody had a great, once again, Thanksgiving. I did. I normally go out of town, but this time I stayed in the city, and had a good time. So other than that, getting ready for the new year, 2024. And I know a lot of y'all be thinking, and for the record, I cannot see the comments, so pardon me. I don't want nobody to think that I'm ignoring them. Even if I could press it up right here, my eyes are bad. So, but I just want nobody to think I'm ignoring them. I appreciate the DMs and all the follows. I do see it. I try to respond to as many as I can, but I thank y'all. Appreciate it for embracing me on this platform. I've known Christal for 20 years, and she thought it'd be cool to help me break into this world. And I'm starting my thing. So if you could follow me on Instagram, Scorpio Mo _ MOE _ Scorpio Mo. And you can see the stuff that I'm doing right now. And I will be starting my YouTube page probably in another month or so. But I'll still be doing this as well. So other than that, like I said, any questions or anything, put in the comments. Christal will read them to me. And I do have some of them on here, but like I said, I can't read it, and I don't want to pull out my glasses. Nice cat, Mo. Okay, I see some of the comments. Any questions while Christal is away, I can answer some of them because I can see a few. Where we at? Hey, Mo. Sup, L Beauty, I see you. Shout out to all the Scorpios, but we in Sagittarius season right now, so shout out to all my Sagittarius out there. Most feeling nice. A little nice. This is about my third glass of wine, but I only drink the wine to make me sleepy because I got to get up early in the morning. So after we log off, I'm in the bed. So I only drink the wine to kind of make me sleepy. What does it say? Nah, I'm actually born in Pennsylvania because somebody's asking me where I'm from. Born in Pennsylvania, lived in Connecticut, New York, been in Atlanta for like 30 years. What happened? What is this? I'm 53, just so you know. It's a lot of questions. Somebody's a Scorpio. Okay, in here. I see you. It's your birthday month. Okay. I see you. Got you. But nah, seriously. If you get a chance, follow me, Scorpio Mo _ on Instagram, on TikTok as well, by the way, and see the stuff that I'm doing. Oh, somebody say stop telling your business. Oh, that's my sister. Shout out to my sister, Shonda. She said stop telling my business. I actually told her my age Wednesday, so forgive me. What is it? Christal's page, 50 caught at the eye. Okay, I see you. Somebody said I love your voice. I appreciate that. And somebody asked me about my date last week. It started and it ended. Didn't go that well. I shouldn't say it didn't go that well. Nice young lady, it just wasn't a connection. Kind of keep it moving. I think I'm gonna lay low for the rest of the year.
Mo, are you doing a dating show right now? Because it sounds like, you know what, sir? I was talking about Ready to Love. Mo,
no. We start talking. You don't worry about what we talking about.
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear all of that.
No, but Shonda jumped on here. There's a few people.
No, it's you.
Oh, somebody, what's my love language? Words of affirmation.
Hey,
I'm just saying they asked me.
Y'all, you know what? God, Jesus Christ. I'm trying to help Vernisha get on. This is not ready to love Mo. Y'all need to. We are. And Mo, oh my God, I should have known. Nick.
No, I started off by saying,
Hey, Callie. Jesus Christ.
I promise I'm coming.
Vernisha says she's coming. Please, Vernisha, come on, because this is all the way different. I love you too, Callie. I miss you. I'm so proud. I think I'm gonna see you Saturday. I think I'm gonna see you Saturday. I am really, she is coming, and Jesus help us. We need her to get on now immediately. It's like, what is going on? Jesus. I understand.
I would have did just earlier. Hold on 1 second. They got to like this out.
You're good. Vernisha is trying to get on. Vernisha is trying to get in.
Somebody said, leave me alone. Leave me alone.
No, this is not the channel for that. This is
I
not
wasn't dating, giving out my social media. That's it.
Mo. It is all going down. Mo,
yes. Did you just try to get into Facebook?
They are trying to keep Vernisha out. I feel like these are.
I don't know why.
It's probably all you crazy women trying to get at Mo, trying to keep Vernisha from getting in. Oh wow, y'all! You know what? Aromatic.
Single for like 3 years, a little over 3 years. They asked me. I'm trying to fill in the time, Christal.
But you were not filling the time with no information about.
No, I gave information about the party on Thursday. That's a lie. I started out
about the show. We were supposed to be talking about the show.
I wanted you to get. I gave information about.
Yeah, so I'm going to be doing such and such, and
no,
yeah, so I am a Scorpio, and I'm like,
no. I said the party. I was going to tell them the story about, you know what?
No more stories. Let's just talk about Ready to Love, and let's get Vernisha on. Whatever is stopping her, the energy that we need to give. Y'all send Vernisha some energy.
Yeah.
What's it now?
That I haven't signed it from this browser. I guess because let me see.
Jesus
I guess
Christ.
because I never signed it from Safari. Okay, now it's taking me. Continue.
Vernisha is really trying to get in.
Okay, y'all, hold on. Save browser. Continue. Oh my God.
Yeah, she has saved browser. She almost there.
She's almost there. He said she's almost there. Right, get right. All of that information. I was like, he's gonna be like, yeah, my.
Okay. What?
He's all right. He's all right. He better be. I mean, my dog's probably about to start up in a minute.
Okay, y'all. Jesus.
It said you can't have more than one browser on. Thank you, Mimi.
Okay.
See, Christal don't want me to keep talking, y'all. I'm sorry.
No, he can talk. It just ain't a day. We're not trying to hook y'all up with Mo. Okay, okay. We got Vernisha in the house. Let Vernisha, girl. Can you turn your screen that way?
Stop.
Well, no, the other way. Well, no, ain't gonna let. It's not gonna let you. I'm trying to see. We may just have to. You know what? Let me see if we can do. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Can we, Vernisha, talk so we can see if we can hear you? We can't hear you.
Yo, you know the mic part where it asks you, do you want the mic on? Did she hit that?
It's.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, but we can't hear you still. This is rough. It must be Vernisha may have some good tea for us because it's trying to keep her from. we are trying to hear. I think I'm gonna do. Well, you.
I heard that in Mizell put.
Okay, now talk. That is crazy.
Back in and hit the mic.
Okay, go out and come back in and hit the mic.
You gotta approve it.
They said go to settings and cut your mic on. You should be able to log out and then come back in. No, we cannot. We gotta get. She is beautiful. My goodness, we having a hard time. I think, but her mic was. It says that her mic is on, but I think sometimes if she's on her phone, sometimes it's difficult. Not Mizell Voodoo, her mic. You know what?
You saying?
Oh my gosh.
Microphone check 1 2.
That is so weird because we can see her. Usually, is the volume up on your phone?
That's a great question. That's a good point.
We can't hear you. I'm trying to see if on our, but I can't. On our side, it says that her sound is on.
Tap the mic on the right hand side. It says mic. And maybe mic might be low.
I can't.
On her phone.
On her phone. See, she's not going all the way out and coming all the way back. Not was it Sharice? I think you may have to go all the way out and come all the way back in. Yeah, get a young person to help. They usually know how to help. If she goes all the way out and comes all the way back in. Yeah, like all the way out. Thank y'all for being so patient. We got 350 people in the chat. Thank you guys for being super patient.
It's gonna be good. That's why it's taking so long. Just give
us.
It's
definitely gonna be good, and I appreciate her being so committed to getting in and sharing with us today. We have to figure out how to make this process easier. I'm gonna call StreamYard tomorrow and figure out how we can do that. Can you log in on your laptop? You have a laptop? Because sometimes it's easier if you log in on your laptop. Okay. Yeah, get the babies to help. They're good. They are good. Okay, we're waiting. We got the people are waiting. Everybody wants to hear from Vernisha. Vernisha was like a favorite on her season, and so she's definitely a favorite again with this. Thank you, Janera. I appreciate that.
Vernisha be wearing them dresses. I ain't gonna lie. I can't lie. The green dress today, I was like, yo, she be doing it. I ain't gonna hold you. She know what she doing.
I'm sure. Y'all gonna help me get through my closet. I think you got to get on the computer. If you log out on here and then come back on the computer, because you can't be on both, it'll take you out, or it'll have a bad echo.
Send the link to someone else's phone to try from their phone.
No, she got her computer.
Okay.
Yeah, she got her computer. It's gonna be better on the computer. Yes. Somebody said Burn is a brick house. Yes, she is. Not the camera guy zoomed in. I did. The camera guy be doing that a lot. Like
he do. I noticed that.
He does. The camera guy be doing that for Vernisha and Zadia.
I'm starting to see the Zadia stuff that y'all was talking about.
What you talking about? What did you see?
I ain't gonna talk too crazy because I know she's gonna be there Thursday.
What?
But
don't talk crazy and don't say y'all, because it's not like the chat be saying. It's just I feel like
that I'm not, but I kind of noticed, like you said, this is my first time seeing that. I haven't saw her season, but I just think I like Cam, the fact that he's standing firm on, because sometimes we'll let beauty
get no business.
Yeah, a lot of times, right? But a lot of times we'll let beauty move us instead of principles and our accomplish, things that we're trying to do.
Yeah, most times.
Yeah.
Yo, Shay Boogie, what's going on? Man, we have had a time tonight. We've had a time tonight trying to get Miss Vernisha in the room. I know everybody wants her point of view on Mizell.
Yeah, let me wait.
Man, but this is all because it's going to be great.
That dude
is going to be great. Man, Why is Cam on the show if he doesn't have time to commit to a relationship? Come on. You know what, y'all?
But here's the thing. I think people
Go
have to
ahead.
understand, like, it's their schedule versus his real life. Right?
And I don't think most men that actually have real jobs really have time to be on a reality show like consistently. All right. All right. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
I am
Well,
so sorry, y'all. Like,
no, it's not you. It's just, technology. First of
I
all,
did not expect this. I would have logged on an hour ago.
you're all good. You got here perfect in perfect time. And first of all, welcome back. Thank you for coming back.
Thank you for having me.
Oh,
Hey,
absolutely.
Mo, I'll be watching y'all.
Okay.
Well, Mo done already said he wanted to talk to you about how you be looking in them dresses. So we just gonna start there.
The green,
really?
the green dress. Okay, I see.
So I didn't watch today.
Okay,
I seen
I
like
did.
the preview, but I didn't get to watch.
I did.
You did.
I
Okay.
saw the
So
green dress.
I was looking all right.
On point. There you go.
Okay. Thank you. I sure appreciate that.
Any other dresses you want to mention from?
It's been for the last few episodes. I told you, Christal, I was like, yo, she know what she doing though. She know.
I don't be doing nothing.
Oh,
Mo, I'll be chilling. Like this is me, literally.
you
On the show is how I am in real life.
okay? I believe you.
I really be chilling.
Okay.
I do think she was like this the first season. I mean, the first season of series of Ready to Love in Houston, it is the same personality.
Oh, I saw the Instagram, so
Oh, you see my Instagram?
I see.
He had to go get some. He had to go verify the dresses.
Okay.
Well, welcome.
Thank
We're gonna
you.
get right.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. So you know that we're not gonna start with what everybody is wondering about because we had Mizell on Wednesday.
Yeah,
We're
I
not
seen
gonna,
it.
we're not gonna start with that. We're gonna start back in the beginning because Vernisha, we've been talking of every week and how this series is so different than Ready to Love because you guys are coming to New Orleans. And I'm like, what kind of man would Vernisha need in order to make her? You have so much going on in Houston.
Right.
What could possibly influence you to even be open to having a long distance relationship with somebody all the way in New Orleans?
Well, first of all, I spend a lot of time in New Orleans. I have family in Louisiana. And so I have roots that's in Louisiana. Not too much of New Orleans, but like Lake Charles. But I am a frequent traveler to New Orleans since I was 19 years old. I love New Orleans. I love the culture. I'm from Galveston. So people always talk about like my accent and how I'm talking. I am very country. I cannot help it. I'm raised from a very small town. And New Orleans reminds me a lot of home. I'm not opposed to like moving to New Orleans or maybe in the near future having a place there. I love it. So yeah, like when they called, my only concern was that I just didn't want it to be nobody from my past that's from New Orleans that was affiliated with what was going on. That was my only question. And also, I didn't want it to be like a competition type thing. I'm not normally used to like competing with women for men. So even Ready to Love was like a stretch for me because I've never had to do that. So I'm pretty much, if you like somebody else and you're into somebody else, I'm okay with that. Like I know how to move around. I'm not gonna like compete for your attention, your time, like for you to focus on me. You either know what you have in front of you or you miss out.
Mm-hmm. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at any of that. So again, I'm gonna just ask you that part of again. So what would you need in a man to actually make you consider it? Because even though you travel there, I'm sure there's a lot of men in Houston. Houston has a large population of African-American men. What do you need in a possible partner to make it worth you actually settling down, letting go of any other options and really focusing on him?
Well, first of all, he would have to be loyal, so that is very rare these days. I think that's my first and foremost, and definitely be stable. for me to be able to just be able to pack up and be able to go back and forth, because I think that's a effort that we both would have to make. And so that would take a very stable man that's secure in his finances and securing himself with us kind of not living in the same city at the beginning of the relationship.
Yeah.
And so those two things alone, and I got to be able to trust them.
Yeah. That's the big part. Now, then on the other hand, let's talk about your first keeper, because I think everybody saw that there was a connection between you and Jabari.
Yeah.
And I feel like Jabari, I mean, I know I don't ever put anything past any man, right? But I gotta tell you, I feel like Jabari was really, really into you. I feel like the issues could have been some other stuff, right? So what were your thoughts on, because you kept him around long enough, we know that
I did.
Time. So what was it that you liked about Jabari, and what made you ultimately decide that you needed to move on?
What I really liked about Jabari from very early on, Jabari is very down to earth. He's from Mississippi, got them country roots. He reminds me a lot of myself. We had a lot in common. We both had daughters that attends Prairie View, A&M University. On top of that, both our daughters are gay.
Yeah.
Young, Black, very smart, intelligent young women, right? And that was rare because I'm so much of a mother when it comes to my children. It's very, very important for somebody to be able to accept them all the way around for who they are. That's something I don't play about. Like, nobody's going to ever come into my life and make my children feel, just unaccepted in any type of way for their lifestyle, right? And I worked very hard to have that type of relationship with them. And so, we got each other when it came to that. Because, of course, that's not what you want for your kids. I don't think nobody just grow up, you watch your kids grow up and like, oh, I want my child to be this type of way. But you learn to adapt. And you learn to, it's unconditional love. If that's all you got to worry about is your child being gay, baby. Because I don't really have any issues with my daughter. You get what I'm saying? She's a great, loving, beautiful, smart baby. Like, so that's all I got to worry about. I'll take that all day. And so, but you have people that's, homophobic and all that. And so that was a big deal for us. We talked so much about that, and they didn't even kind of show that. And Jabari's just a good dude. He's a great father. He's a great son. He's a great person. What y'all don't see is that, like, kind of off camera, I mean, we spent a little time together. Jabari is very frugal.
Oh, we assume that.
Yeah, let's get to that, because that's
we assume that. We might not have seen everything, but we did make that assumption.
I'm not like a gold digger by a long shot, but I do want a man that wants to take care of me in some shape, form, or fashion. I think I bring a lot to the table.
Right.
And I don't want to argue with you about getting my nails done, like the small things. And, like Jabari, I don't know. So Jabari told me very early on, if he seen me just out in public, he would not approach me. I would not be the woman that he go for.
Why?
He said I look high maintenance.
Here's the thing, Vernisha. This is what I saw. First of all, if it was after 9 o'clock, he wouldn't have seen you anyway, because he'd be in the house.
Somebody said he's asleep right now.
Right?
He's definitely asleep.
So after seeing your profile on Instagram, like, you're kind of outside, he's all the way inside.
But that's not true, because we spend some time outside. So on the weekends, he's definitely outside. Don't get it twisted. He outside on the weekends. It's just that during his week, his lifestyle, and I'm inside mostly during the week, and that wasn't my issue. My issue is you thinking that at 9 o'clock, because you in bed at 8 or 9 o'clock, that I have to be in bed at 8 or 9 o'clock and be. Right. That's not that. I'm never in bed at 8 or 9 o'clock. Right. I'm working. Right. Like, and my thing is with his income. You wouldn't be able to carry the household the way that I need the household to be carried. So I have to work. I don't mind working and pulling my weight. I've worked since I was 12 years old. 13, I've been doing hair. So I'm a hard worker. I don't mind working, but you can't expect me to cut everything off if you cannot add to what I already have and maintain it on top of that. Now, if he was a man that he like, hey, This is what I want in my woman. I want a very traditional. I'm not traditional. I never
Yeah.
come to people. I don't act like I'm nothing, something that I'm not. I have kids out of wedlock. Hey, like I've seen a lot growing up. I'm not
Right.
traditional. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I don't make excuses for anything that I went through or my life. I just made better choices and I did better. So my children didn't have to go through and grow up the way that I did. And
Was
Mm-hmm.
it
so you want a traditional woman, baby, you have to find that. I'm not coming
Yeah.
to you as that. But I
Yeah.
am like a woman's woman. I am a homemaker. I
Mm-hmm.
am like a great mother. I do cook. I clean. I can do all those things, but I'm not a traditional woman. And Jabari is not he's not that much of a traditional man. I don't know. People just, I don't know.
They pick and choose. We pick and choose the characteristics that we want.
Yeah.
So I just want to make this clear. So was it because some men, it's not necessarily that they're cheap, it's that they may not have it, right? It's a
And
difference between
that's not him. So I
okay,
don't think he's not broke. So I
okay,
said that he has a great government job. He's okay with his lifestyle and his very modest living.
okay,
And I'm not rich and famous. I mean, by a long shot. Like, listen, but I live okay, and I think
mm-hmm.
I've afforded a okay lifestyle for me and my kids. And I don't want to have to downgrade for what
Right.
I've worked so hard to maintain.
Mm-hmm.
but you give
And
you putting it together, so it's not a downgrade. It's somewhat of an upgrade, right?
well, that's true. But if he's willing to, that's gonna make his bills gonna go up
I got
every
you.
month. He's
I
Yeah,
got
okay with like he has his bills and stuff set the way that he wants to live and what it is. Even
yeah,
if he was to come in and pay half, he gonna be paying double probably than what he's already doing. And is
yeah,
he willing to do that? You have to be
got
equally yoked, and people don't understand that mindset. Just because people are good people, you can be a great man, you can be a good woman, but if
you.
that don't mean that you're good together. And
yeah.
I had to learn that over the years because I'm thinking oh, he's a good guy,
Mm-hmm.
you
He's
know?
a man, Savannah.
Yeah,
Yeah. But is he a good man for me?
for
Right,
you.
Or am I a good woman for him? You
right.
know what I'm saying? We have to make it fit and make it work into each other's lifestyle and each other's world. And at the end of the day, I don't see that wasn't going to work for us. And we
Yeah,
knew. We had the hard conversations. We knew. And no matter
yeah.
how much he wanted it to work, Jabari is not ready for that. Jabari cannot handle. Jabari is jealous. That's very first and
That
foremost.
was obvious,
He's
right?
very jealous.
I noticed that. I noticed that.
He's
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
very jealous. And so even with me just going out, I'm at a lot of events, a lot of network. I'm around a lot of men. You got to know your woman though. And
Mm-hmm.
so he will tell you the same thing. Like I told him, I'm like, far from a hoe. I'm not
Yeah.
a woman you have to worry about smiling in everybody's face, this and
Mm-hmm.
that, and trying to hook up. That ain't me. I would never make my man look stupid. That's
Yeah.
one thing you never have to worry about with me. I'm very, very loyal.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't, like, even with just my process of me, you knew what you signed up for.
Right.
Right.
And he continued, like, he tried to make it harder than what it was for me after I was explaining to him what happened with I'm Ready to Love. I just refused to do that again to myself.
Yeah.
Well, technically, he might not have known what he signed up for, because they did a switch on the guys. I don't know if you're familiar with the
Yeah.
with.
They know. They know that everybody. They
They knew
thought.
enough. They can get on here and act like they knew nothing, but nobody is signing up for anything that you know nothing about.
Got you. Okay.
Let's be very like, and that's the thing with these men. Y'all get on here and y'all act like just be accountable for you, be
Mm-hmm.
honest and be truthful. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all may not have knew every detail, but it wasn't about them for
Yeah.
the production to run it down to them. But you do know the premise of the show. You
Yeah.
know
Right.
this ain't Ready to Love. You can't tell me you thought it was 10 men and 10 women. I know them people ain't tell you that.
Because they all have said that they thought that that's what it was.
Right.
I
So
don't
you
believe that.
okay? Now production be productioning.
Well, I know that much. I
They be
just don't believe that. I don't believe that they made them think that this was Ready to Love, the
right,
original Ready to Love.
right.
Because even if you did think that, you didn't ask the questions. As a
Well, I
man,
will
you're
say
not
this.
gonna ask.
Well, I will say this. I had a friend that tried out for this show, and
Okay.
he was told that it was going to be Ready to Love in New Orleans. And the funny thing, and I hate this. I hope On don't be mad at me, but
Okay.
But they told him that it was Ready to Love New Orleans, and they also told him that it was okay that he did not live in New Orleans. And I
That's
was
true.
like, how are you
That's
going to
true.
in Atlanta and be in New Orleans like you live there? And he was like, oh, I got a friend that I could borrow her house or whatever. And I
Now
was,
I heard that. I did hear that. And then most of the men were Mississippi, Alabama.
yeah,
They did not live there.
yeah,
That was crazy to me. Even when I was learning that, I'm like, you don't even live in New
yeah.
Orleans?
That's
Dunn doesn't live in New Orleans. A lot of men do not live in, he don't even live in like Mississippi, Alabama.
why it be taking him so long to get there.
No,
Right?
he was born in somebody's house,
Yeah.
just like you said. Like they don't live there. I didn't like that much at all because I
And
feel like if you bring us to New Orleans,
That happened in DC too, because there were people that didn't really live there that were trying to be on the show. But this person was trying to, and the crazy thing was he thought that he was cast. So he told me, oh, I made it. They liked me. And I was like, okay. And then it turned out that I guess they didn't use him. But yeah.
well, if they did do that, because I mean, me just listening to like different guys, I'm like, that's wrong, you know, for them to make them think that this was like the original Ready to Love, because I don't know. I know I asked a million questions even before I said yes. Like,
but
now
even
what's
when
going on?
you had a choice though, right?
Yeah,
I
but once
did.
they found out what it was, and I will say men probably don't ask as many questions. They know it's gonna be pretty.
Yeah.
We
They,
don't.
They don't ask because they're not as thorough when it comes to that kind of stuff. But
I can believe that.
regardless, once they were introduced to the situation, they knew that it was just the four of them.
Yeah.
So okay, so I'm glad you cleared that up with Jabari, because I was like, I feel like he is a lot more narrow-minded than you, and I feel like you guys, it was great chemistry, but it's also just how life is. Some people are just, you like them a lot, but the lifestyle doesn't mesh,
Man.
right?
I just don't think, and that's what I told him. Me and Jabari are still friends to this day. That's one thing about him. He wasn't salty about anything. Jabari is a really stand-up dude. He's dating somebody. Like,
Okay.
we're cool, you know, like.
Bothered you to have to really say it. I felt that was genuine.
That did. It did, because we had created more of a friendship than anything. And one thing about me, I do not like to hurt people. I'm not a person that want to see people hurt. And I know how I feel to be on the other end, to where you really like somebody, and you're thinking is this, but that's one thing. I never lied to him. I never led him on. I never let him think it was only him. I was very, very honest with him about the whole process and my intentions. If this is what it is, let this naturally flow and let it be what it is. But don't stop my process in the midst of this. Like, don't interrupt that. Don't make me choose. You know what I'm saying? And it's because it wasn't time for me to choose.
Yeah. Yeah. And I appreciate the fact that you are not trying to make the same mistake that you did last time.
Kind of learn from my mistakes. I try to, you know, as I grow and get wiser.
I don't know. My grandmother used to say, don't be old for no reason. So if you're getting older, you're getting wiser, or something horrible has happened. So let's talk about Jabari, because I told Mo when he first was introduced, I was like, this is refreshing. And I feel like we were a little concerned about all the different jobs, Vernisha. We were.
No, but let me tell you, he's very humble.
Okay.
Because he didn't even tell. When I tell you, his family and him, they got businesses on top of businesses.
Okay.
So even with him saying he manages a restaurant, no, his family owns a bed and breakfast.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's not a person that just go around and just talk about his accolades. He was kind of uncomfortable with even having to tell everything that he kind of did. Honestly,
wow.
It's not who he is. He's just a jolly, playful, hardworking man. But he's just a humble guy. Like, he don't own a radio station. They own things. And I was like, he say a manager? No, they own a bed and breakfast. I know for a fact. Like, he
because that's what did it.
Yeah.
If you own a radio station, how would you be a manager at a restaurant? That just didn't make sense.
No, yeah. And he does so much with the youth. He could have went on and on about a lot of great things that he does. And you know, but no, he that's just not who he is. That's it. So he definitely downplayed himself.
He running on, I do this, I'm that, and I'm this, and I'm that.
Yeah, they hype themselves up to be more than what they are normally.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's talk about that. When you met him, That's the one thing that we did hear you tell him, that you wanted other people to see the real him and not always the jokey and playful side.
He play a lot. He plays a lot. And so that was one of our, major like issues. Like I just wanted him to be serious. Like I don't want people to always see you as like the funny guy when you walk in the room.
Yeah.
Because the serious conversations and stuff that we had, I wanted people to see that side of them.
That's fair.
I don't know what did they show tonight?
Well,
no, on the more serious side tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually, that's the one thing. And I like all the ladies on the show. Everybody is different. But I feel I can say this, and I know we see an edit, and we know that the producers kind of create the story that they feel like is going to be the best received. But you do a great job of dating on this show. And to me, it's a good example for women to look at, because you are always kind, you're always sweet, even if it may not be a fit for you, you just are yourself all the time. And I don't know.
Yeah, I don't believe in putting men down, especially my black men. That's the one thing. Feel like they go through so much. Every man, I know I can't date every man I meet, and I meet a lot of men. To be very honest, I'm very choosy about who I entertain, but I'm very kind, even about if I don't want to date you. I'm not going to, like, I may even lie. Sometimes be like, oh, I'm in a relationship, I'm almost married. Cause I know men don't like rejection, and they can't take it sometimes. And so I don't want to make people feel like they not enough, or they not good enough, or no, I just know you probably not my person, and that's cool. I can go out with a guy one time and I'm like, I probably will never see him again, but I'm gonna be so nice to him on this date.
I like
just
that.
because
Why like that? There's no reason to try to tear a person down or be equal to them just because they're not for you.
But even outside the men, you don't put on any airs. You don't seem to be fake. You know what I'm saying? So we respect that.
No, I'm very direct. That's the one word people use when it comes to me. I'm not mean, but I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. And then I stand on it. So I hate when people try to either twist my words or my actions or something, because I'm like, I'm a very direct person, and I stand in my shit. Let's be clear. If I did something, if I make a mistake, I'm okay with saying I made a mistake. Hey, that probably wasn't the best representation. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have did that. But I'm a stand in it.
Yeah.
I always have a thought like, who gonna do?
Who gonna
do nothing to me?
But that's
be checked. It is what it is.
that's being a grown woman and really being.
We gonna make mistakes. Ain't nobody perfect. Even with this, mom, I was talking to my mom about like now with the Mizell stuff, and she's like, they read the comments. My family, well, they're saying this and that. It makes people that love you upset when they really know you. And I'm like, Mama, it's my turn. I've been like this, so everybody got a turn. You know what I'm saying? This is my turn. It's cool.
Yeah.
Because obviously people, they don't really understand the premise of the show. Because if you did, I did nothing wrong, first of all.
Right.
It's just the lying that I don't like. I don't, one thing I don't do, I don't lie. Yeah. Now, if I don't remember something, I'll be like, well, I don't quite remember that, or I can go back, but let me recant that. That probably didn't happen like this, but I'm not blatantly lying.
But from a male perspective, you didn't come off like we didn't get that.
No.
Yeah.
I don't lie like that. I try not to. Like, for what? Now, if it's like in good favor, like telling somebody I'm in a relationship because I don't want to hurt their feelings, but just to lie, because I always had an attitude like, what the heck I'm lying for? What you know? My mama would tell you, like, even when I was younger, I own, like, she's like, you the ringleader. If I got in trouble, I can't blame nobody, because she know, and I'm gonna do what I want to do. Nobody can force me to do anything. That's why when people are production, like, production can't force me to do nothing. Whatever I did, I wanted to do it. I did it because I wanted to.
Thank you.
They could never use me as a puppet. I don't even know why they called me back, because I was never used.
Can we ask you a question? How heavy of a hand is the production?
Very heavy. Very heavy. Reality TV, period. And if you've never done reality TV, you don't know that. And I think I told you this, Christal, on our first interview. Me going on reality TV, it gave me a newfound respect for castmates that's on reality TV. Because like so many, I was on the couch, baby, judging, right? I
Mm-hmm.
point like, girl, oh no, she shouldn't have. Oh, no, why she did that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because we don't know.
Yeah.
Y'all seeing a smidget of what took hours, and they balling everything up into this little 30-minute or an hour segment that took
Mm-hmm.
hours and hours to film. You have voiceovers. They got us saying stuff in certain scenes that we didn't say. If you don't see our lips or you don't see us saying it, you only hear our voice. We didn't say that right there. We said
Mm,
that somewhere else. They just inserted that there.
Yeah.
mm,
Reality TV is never reality TV. And so
Mm-hmm.
I knew what I saw. The first time I didn't understand it because I was
Yeah.
like, when it was something that they said. Oh, they said I had been single 10 years. I was like, I didn't say that. I said I hadn't lived with a man in 10 years, which was true. But they took me saying that little part and put it in another part. And so I wasn't really complaining because other people had so much bad things, bad edits. I was like, okay, I can't even complain about that little small thing. But it showed you how powerful editing and production is.
Yeah.
They can create whatever character they want you
The
to
story
be.
they want. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
With
let's
the little
go
stuff
get
that
it.
you say.
Let's get into it because we had Mizell on, and I think, what the issue was is two things. I think people saw him with Sharice, and honestly, to me, I feel like that was the best option that we had seen for Sharice, right? So I was like, oh, thank God. Thank God Sharice got a possible one. Now, when we did call him out on the fact that at the mixer, it was very clear that he was we felt like he was flirting. He said that
He
was not.
definitely was flirting all night.
He said it was 40-second. There was 40 seconds that you guys talked, and that was it.
I seen all that. So I'm gonna create the scenery. We go out with the guys. Him and Sharice, first of all, had only been on one date.
True. Mm-hmm.
Sharice didn't even come home talking about him. Sharice was not, and this is, and I talked, me and Sharice talked yesterday for 2 hours. Me and Sharice talked. I am friends with all of my castmates.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Okay, none of these dudes ever come between that.
There you go.
Me and Sharice talked yesterday because I sent her to go watch. That's why she wanted to come today. She was like, oh, he does this. He blatantly lied. So if you see his text message, like he said, he showed you. On the text, it has a part where he says, I think I caught some about catching eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, I think we caught each other. See, that's why I'll let Artin and girl, okay. So when Mizell walked in, we were all like, we wasn't even at everybody before the mixer, right?
Mm-hmm.
He walked in, he kind of looked at me and I looked at him. I was like, okay, he's handsome. To myself.
Right.
I had never seen him because our blind dates that we go out with, just like they never seen Jabari. We don't know who went out with who.
Right.
And if you don't come home and talk about them or showing us pictures of social, we don't know who the heck they are. And then I think Sharice said, yeah, that's Mizell. I like, oh, Sharice, he handsome.
Mm-hmm.
That's simple.
Right.
We after filming, he kind of he looked at me maybe like 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
Like it was kind of, and I'm like, but I'm entertaining 2 dudes. So when I got up to get a drink, that was his move to say, you found your dude yet, and offer me a drink. We didn't talk long. We maybe talked, it wasn't 40 seconds, it was like 2 minutes because we talked about kids. We realized we were like girl parents.
Okay.
Right? It was a brief it was nothing too major, just to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
When we got ready to leave, it was a lot.
He was flirting with you. You knew he was flirting with you at that moment.
It was flirting. I think we kind of both looked at each other like, oh, okay, she cute, he's handsome. When we first caught eyes. But he was kind of like standing off because Sharice was, the other boy wouldn't kind of move. And so his eyes is just his eyes. He a man. That's why when you get out here and you try to navigate in a different direction of just being honest. It's okay to say, I thought I seen a beautiful woman.
We tried to leave him.
Listen, and I'm like, the dude was sending me pictures of him and his dog, all type of stuff.
Wait a minute, hold on.
See?
You did call him out, Mo, because I'm gonna read you what his text message to me was, because and the only reason I'm doing this, because y'all know I'm not messy, but it's because he sent this to me. So if you send me this, then I have to call you out on what you sent. So and he sent this because he said, I want to make sure that you see so that you'll know that I'm not lying.
And I'm gonna tell you exactly how it went, because I'm sure he deleted stuff.
So right. So this is a text message. It says, hi, were they able to find the bags? Great. I'm glad they were. It was a pleasure meeting you. I'm glad we talked tonight. And I hope you ladies had a good time. And then you say, me too. I had a good time. He says, cool. Then he says, hope we can make some time to talk soon. And then you say, we can. Tell them you want to date with me. And that's it.
So the thing is, and after that, he called.
He said he did not. He did not call.
I bet he did.
So let me tell you what really happened. And the thing is, Sharice was there. Everybody knows about what really happened because we were present. Why do you think you can get on a platform and lie when every time something happened with me and Mizell, somebody was present? So when we exchanged numbers, the only mistake that I made, we had been drinking, right? Like one thing about production, they have you drinking heavily. They want all the real you. They want you to miss, like they want the team. Yeah. When we were leaving, Mizell and Jabari, which is my keeper, were scrambling around looking for something. Zaddy was standing there talking to Cam, I want to say. Sharice had an attitude about something. I don't remember what happened, but Sharice was ready to go. She wasn't checking for nothing. That's why I'm like, Mizell, or you delusional to think that Sharice, they made that look like Sharice cared. Sharice didn't care that much. Let's be very honest. Sharice walked right past everybody. I'm ready to go, whatever. Sharice was Sharice. Ashley walked behind her. I don't know if her Ashley had something going on, but it was something with them too. Okay. So that means Zaddy will stay back. I'm talking to Jabari first, but they saying they lost their bag. Well, Mizell's like, so I'm like, it was the hotel people. I'm like, if their bags were here, somebody must have moved them. I'm just being me because that's who I am. Has nothing to do with me flirting. My keeper was right there. Right. So Mizell's like, yeah, like he say, I think at that moment, although he was kind of, we caught eyes or whatever, it wasn't heavily flirting then at that point at the mixer. But I think at that moment with me caring, he said that, yeah. That made him like, oh, okay, well, maybe like, yeah, I may like her. Or I may want to go on a date with her. I just think in that moment, just with me being nice, honestly, not to say he ain't see the material, he's seen it, but at that, he wasn't, it just wasn't that. Right. Mizell said, where's your phone? I did not ask Mizell to put his number in my phone. And Zaria reminded me of that. Mind you, I said it was kind of a little blurry for me because I had been drinking. One thing about me, I can admit that. That's why when I told Sharice, yeah, he asked for my number because in my head, I thought that's what really went on. You know, I'm like, yeah, I just remember him getting my number. Like, but I remember him initiating to get the number. But what he said was he didn't have his phone. Okay. He said, where's your phone? My phone was in my hand. He put his number in my phone and he called his phone from my phone. I never called him. Okay. That's why when he got his phone, he had the 832, the number was on his phone. Now, he did not call me back right then and there. He texted and said that they found the bags. This Mizell, whatever, they found the bags, whatever. That's where you see the conversation. Well, while this conversation is going on, I'm sitting in the living room with Ashley and Sharice. Now, I had already told Ashley, me and Mizell exchanged numbers or whatever. So when he called, I actually seen it was him calling. Now, Sharice don't know that this is Mizell on my phone. Sharice is over there actually to my son, but I'm kind of like, Ashley knew. So he says, well, yeah, same thing with the messages. It was good to see you, whatever. I think we kind of caught eyes, blah, blah, this and that. Yeah, I didn't know that we can like go on dates with other people. I say, yeah, you have to ask production. One thing you're not gonna do is date me privately on the show and play. I feel like if he could have done that, because when me saying ask production, why is that such a big deal? Ask production. If you want to go on a date with me and you see somebody else that you're interested in, let production know. At the point, I would have been open to go on a date with Mizell. I wasn't tripping on that. At that
Yeah.
time, the conversation was very brief. Now, what happened was the next day, that boy texted me from the time he got up until he arrived at that house that night for the mixer. Never, not once, text Sharice. Sharice had not, but he also told me him and Sharice did not talk like that. When he would call Sharice, Sharice went on her phone and responded to his text. Sharice laughed. We talked about it.
Yeah.
Sharice didn't even, she wasn't, that's why do you think she was so, Sharice didn't care. She wasn't that interested.
Yeah.
But that's okay because we have the right to not be or to be interested in who we were interested in. But what he messed up is now he was right about the Sharice kept him first. I hate that they didn't show their part. And I hate that they didn't show the conversation. Now where he lied again, he says, I got up and walked off.
Yeah.
Oh, to ask production to show you a video of that. That never happened. I'm like, dude, you wasn't that important. What happened was when he got to the house, Maji had been texting me, sending pictures of his dog. We had like conversations on text messages.
Okay.
When he was pulling up to the house, he called and said, did I have an earring back? I'm like, nah, but Zadia got a bunch of earrings and stuff. So I'm like, girl, this is Mizell. He told me I need an earring back. Why wouldn't you call Sharice? Why wouldn't you call production? You the dress to call me. Sharice got earrings, but I didn't have a. So Zadia took it, went and got an earring back and brought it to production to give to him outside. That's where Sharice was like, because he was steady lying. He would not be honest. That's why she eliminated him. It wasn't because she was upset or I got up and I never stormed off. That's on my children. That never happened. What happened was after Sharice decided to keep him, we out what like production do. They had us all sit in the dining area. I'm sitting with Jabari. Mind you, I had already told Jabari the whole situation about Mizell. So Jabari was already, he already knew what it was. When they sat down, because I heard him like lying. When he was talking to Sharice in the hallway, when she was going to eliminate him, I'm listening because I'm listening to his lies. And that's the thing that kind of like, I'm like, dude, what did you lie for? Just be honest, because you're going home regardless. You're going home because you lied to her, or you're going to go home because you lied about me. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're going home either way.
Yeah.
When they sat down, and he was like, Sharice was like, yeah, I think I'm going to keep Mizell. And I said, oh, well, as you should. Cool. I said, but Sharice, he's not being honest with you. And she's like, well, yeah, you know, we wasn't really, she was like, yeah, I know I wasn't really answering the phone for him. We wasn't really talking like that. So basically she forgive him because she wasn't, you know, really too much entertaining him anyways. I said, well, Sharice, he's been like texting me all day long. And she's like, he's sitting there. So I pull out my phone. I'm like, yes, I even, when he got here, asked me for an earring back and this and that. Sharice was like, oh, that's it. That's it. Nobody ever got stormed. Sharice said, that's it. Come on. Walked him back to the couch and sent him home. He was stumbling over his words. He couldn't even get his words together. Like Sharice thing is, and then she's like, the dude just lying. Like he act like y'all had one conversation. I'm like, Sharice, this dude sent me pictures of his dog, him, this, and that. And she like, yeah, that's it.
Wow.
That's exactly how it went. It's nothing to lie about. You could be very honest.
When we saw the text, I told Christal, I was like, you were short.
Yeah.
He was one pushing.
It was good to see you. I would love to talk to you again. This and that. He said the same thing on my phone. And that's why I said the same thing on the text. Everything I'm saying is you have to let production know. Let production know you want to take me out.
Yeah.
Let production know. Mind you, all the men are fair game. That's why when people, she's breaking the girl, ain't no girl code. Him and Sharice wasn't in a relationship. They went on one date, never kissed.
You said that there was a clip where all of you were like, you know, it's not everybody, it's fair game. And you're not in nobody's in relationships. Nobody.
Now, had that been me dating Cam or even Mr. Maurice, because they been there, like I wouldn't do that. But the mere fact the man just got there.
Why you call him Mr. Maurice?
I'm just saying now, I can see them like, oh, she breaking the girl code. But a dude that just got there, none of us know him.
Yeah.
Like, if he was interested and after he asked him to take me on a date, I would have gone on a date.
Yeah.
I'm telling you this right now. Because at that moment, I I'm trying to figure out who the hell here for me. Just because they set Sharice on a blind date with him don't mean that's her dude. Just because they would set me up on blind dates with people don't mean that that's my dude.
That's true.
Everybody's fair game. Zandria went on dates with 2 of my people.
Yes, she did.
And I did not blink. I did not care. I only went on 1 date with them dudes at that time. So I don't know. Everybody got their panties in a bunch. I'm like, it's not that serious.
It just makes for good
TV. It
makes for good TV. Do you think that? So you don't think that Sharice? Because this is the thing. We haven't as viewers seen Sharice really connect with anybody. That was the best connection that we had seen tonight.
I'm not even gonna tell you.
It was the best looking or the best.
I felt like it was the best connection because there hasn't been really. What do you think, Mo? Because you obviously
because he kissed her on the forehead.
No, because they were dead. I mean, he just seemed more mature.
That was his player stuff.
But being mature and being an adult.
Who else
being ready?
If not Mizell, who?
Nobody. She ain't made no connection yet.
Maurice. That was our best connection.
But he just the way the edit. Now Mizell told us that it was the edit, and Maurice is not really like that. He's not superficial and all those good things, but it did seem like she liked him the most.
She really liked Maurice.
Okay.
And I can stand and say that. Like they liked each other.
Yeah.
And that's one thing with Mr. Maurice. His eyes wasn't just wandering off and he was trying to connect with the other ladies. He felt like he was there for Sharice and he was there for Sharice.
Okay.
But the communication was off.
It seemed off to us.
My bad. It seemed
no, it was really off because production, you had producers saying it. Like that's how they was at their real dates. But Sharice will come home and say that.
Oh,
she like, this dude doesn't talk. All he does is stare and eat. She said that a lot. She always would say that. That was her main thing about him. Like she said, I gotta get him to open up. He won't open up.
Right.
And I'm like,
how old is Maurice? Do you know?
In his 50s.
Because
like 55, 51, 55.
And Mizell was 55. Let me ask you this, Vernisha. If this was not, if Ready to Love was not existing and you saw any of these people in the street, I already knew the answer to that.
Keep it real.
She already keeping it very real. Very real.
Anybody that you would talk to from the show?
Like that I would just, first of all, I don't approach men. So but you said if they try to just talk to me.
Yeah, if you're out someplace with your girls and they're sitting next to you at the bar, they're standing next to you and they start trying to talk to you. Are you giving anybody any attention if you're not on the show? Real attention. Like I know you're not gonna be mean, but who do you think you would actually be, interested in?
I don't know. I don't know. I probably would have went on a date with maybe 2 of them. But after the first date, it probably would have been a no. Let me tell you something what we don't talk about. Like, they'll never show this.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the guys had bad hygiene.
Damn, I did not expect that.
Well, I'm not going to say a lot. Let me recant that. A handful of them.
Okay.
On blind dates. And not too much of the keepers. Definitely the blind dates.
What do you mean when you say bad hygiene? Are they stinking?
Bad breath.
Bad breath.
Need to go to the dentist. Never showed up smelling like cologne. And we talk about this a lot on camera as the women because all 4 of us, we take care of ourselves.
Right.
Hygiene wise, person, like I can't not say I've ever smelled my castmate. Besides, baby, Louis, Fendi, Gucci, and Prada, they smell good. They take care of their teeth. They take care of their personal appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that was my main thing. I was very upset about that. I'm like, I would never date these dudes. If I walk up to you and I don't smell cologne, I'm not even going to. We're not going out. That's first thing. If I'm in your face and I can smell what you ate or you didn't brush your teeth, that's an issue.
That's wild.
We are too old for that. And unfortunately, I don't know what then I can't say New Orleans because some of them weren't even from New Orleans. It's just like that was a horrible thing for us to even have to endure.
Do you
Like,
think that was a bad batch?
they could have did a way better job at
Oh,
casting than what they did.
I don't want to get
Way
too much.
better. They didn't give us anything to choose from. And when y'all people like, oh, well, I kept Jabari, so I'm like, Jabari was the pick of the litter. He took care of himself. Like, I'm like,
yeah. Yeah. No, I felt like Jabari was like, he may not be the guy that you like notice, but he did
Right.
see, I could see why you liked him because he had, y'all had a
great banter, great conversation. He's funny,
Yeah.
good dude. Like everybody, when they would send me on dates, girl, I'm talking about I'm cursing. Like I'm leaving. Like y'all gotta stop playing in my face. This is me like telling production, like really, y'all literally. I don't know who y'all think I date, but this isn't it.
But let me ask you this, because I tell people this all the time, and it's funny. I was talking to a guy today because we did What Chili Wants years ago, and I was part of the casting with getting the guys to date her. And when you ask, so we would got referrals, call people, would you want to go on a date? Would you come on the show? I would definitely want to date Chili, but I don't want to come on reality TV. I think the level and the caliber of man that wants to come on reality TV, it's gonna be slim pickings. And it's
very
funny.
Much.
One of the guys was like, I was on the show and I was like, it was so hard. And that's
very much
that,
because
like,
the man we normally would date would not do reality TV.
No, exactly. Like I would not date any guy. So I know we were literally picking from the bottom of the barrel because those were the only guys that were willing. A man's man has a sense of ego. He may have something. He don't want his business in the street. Like,
girl, let me tell you, on Ready to Love, I had to get an ex that I dated him briefly.
Mm-hmm.
2 of my exes told me, hell no.
Yeah.
Like my ex's kid's dad.
Yeah.
Somebody I dated for a bit, like was my more current ex.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't even have social media. Do you?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh wow. I'm like, all you have to do, they like, no, Vernisha, I'm not going on no damn TV show.
That part. So I feel like it's rough because I'll be, we looking at when she brought you guys the mixer, the guys, I was like.
So, and then half of them, we couldn't even pick them.
Yeah.
You couldn't, they were not qualified. They were just stand-ins.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, because we know there's still more to come. This show has turned into something totally different. It's hilarious. But I still think it really gives you an idea of what people are dealing with dating. We've seen that
real life
with the conversation with Kirsten. I feel like that clip went viral, but that's stuff that women really do. We talked about that. Women will tell a guy it's over, and the guy is like, okay, and it's like, you're not gonna
because
fight.
we want them to fight for us. And I hate that Ashley is really, really getting this bad rap like that. I really do, because Ashley's such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
She's just doing openly what we do privately.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, I can't lie and say I ain't never done that.
I
told somebody, oh, I'm done, because I want to see what you gonna say, how you gonna fight for me, if you're going to fight for me. You know what I'm saying?
I think the advice that I want to give women is, if you put it like I'm on the fence, then we would, you might be able to get that reaction. But once you say you decided, that's when it feels like we're begging.
Child, I done decided and blocked, and baby, they had to send kites, private calls, emails. Yeah, I want you to fight. I want to know you want this. Yeah. Especially after you've done something to me. Right. And I'm I'm trying to decide if this really, do I want to continue this? Yeah. So you need to fight for it.
We could do that, but if we're just in the get to know
that's true.
He's not vested. He wasn't vested enough, and you can't
at all.
James.
He wasn't that interested to me. Like he just wasn't. He wasn't there. He dropped the ball so many times. But I would tell Ashley, send him home. All the time. Like, you just can't play in my face and just do all this. Yeah. Baby, you're going home. I'm not even going to deal with it.
It's something that you can't fake, right? Just like when we told Mizell, Are you sure? Because when you look, like there's a look that someone can give you on, even on camera, you can catch it. You can tell that person is attracted. I don't care what happened. I know Stormy gave me her side of the story. Ashley gave me her side of the story. I don't care what either one of them say. When we saw the way Kirsten looked at Stormy, he was attracted to her.
I think he was too.
Yeah, so it's
but
like,
what I don't like is because Stormy was not attracted to him.
right.
I don't like how that was played out.
Yeah.
I honestly don't. You're gonna see the reunion stuff, but Stormy was really hurt.
Yeah. No,
just very, very. I sat next to him, like for real, and it made me sad because I didn't get that from her. I got production told her to come dressed like she going to dinner, and that's what she did. And she was just, trying to have conversation for him with Ashley. I never got that she was interested in Kirsten.
Yeah.
It never gave that. And that's it. It's just sad how the narratives are changed and production
manipulates.
It's really like a puppet master. Like
yeah.
And there's no denying though. I saw the way I asked him a couple times. I was like, keep it real. You see that woman and you was, no, I was man. He had an answer for everything, but I seen it. He was
full
checking
of it. And but my thing, even that, you are so egotistic that you can't even admit.
Keep it right.
Keep it real. But
I think he was trying not to look like a bad guy and ended up looking like the bad guy.
But you already look like a bad guy. I already look like, let me tell you, I don't care how many platforms we sit on, how many lives we get on, how many statuses we make. People already have in their head what they think you are and what you done. You done it.
That's true.
I can come on here. I'm sure them comments they still saying. I've seen Jezebel. I've seen all kind of stuff when I was on here the other day. However they feel, whatever they think you are, I'm not here to convince them. I'm only here to speak the truth. I'm not in the business of convincing nobody about me. Not a soul. I know who I am. I know whose I am, and I'm good. Yeah. Because one thing I know too for sure, you ain't gonna never be bold enough to come and tell me how you really feel about me. Mm-hmm. You're going to always keep it very surface. Oh, you was my favorite. I've yet to meet. And I know, like, I was a fan favorite, but also I had a lot of people that didn't like me. But I haven't met one yet. Ever. I've never met them. And just to be very, like, because me, if I don't like you or, like, I just don't sit on the internet and talk noise about people all day. That's never been my character, even before TV. If I don't like something, baby, I keep it scrolling. I may look, laugh, and say something to my girlfriend, and that's as good as it gets. Yeah. But you have these keyboard and these, and let me say this, even these Ready to Love rejects sitting on these YouTube panels talking about what they would have done. They should have called them. Oh,
we've seen a lot of that.
The thing is, if they wanted you, they would have called you. You was put out the third show. If all wanted you back, you wasn't good TV, baby. Mm-hmm. And the man didn't want you then. And so for you to be, now Vernisha, she didn't want nobody dating Joel, messing up her connection, but she messing up a connection. Sharice and Mizell had no connection. Yeah. It wasn't a connection to mess up or destroy. I'm a woman's woman in real life. I don't get on a panel and pretend to be something. You're not. Speaking of it. Mm-hmm. You know what you was doing. You was put out and still, y'all was put out the show and still trying to break people's connections that was still on the show and still had a connection. So it brings out
it brings out a lot of ugliness, but I don't care if you are a woman's woman or what. If a man is attracted to somebody else, you ain't nothing you can do with it.
I can't do nothing about that.
But ain't nobody say it to your face because I have a feeling you'll beat somebody's ass for real. I'm just,
I don't even fight. Like, I grew up, I had to fight from where I was from. So very small town, I always had haters. Child, my mama all my life been telling me they was jealous of me. So, no, seriously though. But from a kid, yeah. But no, not as in my adult world. But you're not gonna come in. You just ain't supposed to handle me. But I am very much adult to where I know how to say what I gotta say, and that's what it is. Mm-hmm. It is what it is.
Shouts out to Aries in the chat. Aries from, I think that's Aries from the last season. Well, Vernisha, we are excited because you're going to be here on Thursday. We are gonna have a good time. We're gonna have under the mistletoe, play some games, talk some noise, and give back to kids for Christmas. I'm excited about that. So we are encouraging everybody to come with a wrap toy, and to make sure that everybody gets dressed up. We just have some good time, get a chance to love on each other.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yeah, there may be some men here in Atlanta. I mean, at least I'm just saying,
We'll see.
y'all know I try to do my little matchmaking stuff, and obviously Mo is trying to shoot his shot.
Mo, you think you go on a date every time you leave here?
That's how they be putting it, but don't believe in none of that. Trust me.
You the one that tells them.
I be watching.
The one that tells them. I don't be trying to tell everybody business like that, but I gotta go with it when Christal said.
Whatever. I tell him before. Don't let him make it seem like I set him up. I tell him before. I'm gonna tell about your date because I be giving him dating like
I tell you private, and then you put it on the TV on the internet.
It's good for TV, but you can shoot your shot with Vernisha. You've been talking about how she look in the dresses.
Listen, man, I'm just here enjoying life, and that's it.
I'm gonna see you when I get to Atlanta, Mo.
There you go. Anyway, what were you saying?
Look at him. Vernisha got him blushing. Good Lord, Vernisha, what have you? We know the last time, and we don't need to go into that because I ain't gonna lie, I was thrown off with your situation on Ready to Love the last time. But this time, what did you learn? Even if it's not from your own situation, what have you learned about just dating and dealing with people from this situation this time?
I said from last time, like not to put my eggs in one basket. So that was definitely a great lesson serious, because I did that in real life. I would meet a guy, I'm like, oh, this is it. I'm not talking to anybody else. Then it don't work out, phone dry, I gotta start over. So yeah. Definitely not doing that anymore. But this season is teaching me to stand on what I believe. Stand on what people are who they are. And when people show you who they are the first time around, believe them. It is what it is. And I don't know. I'm just being a little more optimistic this go around.
That's what's up. Do you think that the man that would be able to get your heart, and have you totally, connected, has that changed? Has what you wanted changed over the last few years, or has it always been the same thing?
The saddest thing is I don't think I ask for a lot when it comes to like I mean, I have my standards, right? But for you to be loyal, to be honest, to be truthful, to follow God, because you definitely can't lead me if you're not a man of God. Like to be just a stand-up man. I like a man's man that knows how to lead. I'd rather him already have kids because I don't want children. I mean, if meet somebody and they don't have kids, that's fine, as long as you don't want me to have a baby.
I know that's right.
And you're able to, you want to play stepdaddy, listen, I'm open to it. But it's not a huge list. I think my problem is I meet men and they think that this is what they want. And when they date me, I am exactly who I tell them that I am.
Yeah.
And certain principles and stuff that I stand on, and I'm not swinging for it. I'm not sharing you. And I'm not going to put up with disrespect. I'm not going to put up with you being untrustworthy or disloyal. Once I get to seeing those kind of characteristics, to me, it makes me not like you anymore. And it's a good and a bad thing. I'm easy to disconnect.
Yeah.
And it's hard for me to see you back in the light that I already seen you in if you've already disappointed me.
Yeah.
No,
I don't think that's wrong at all. And I feel like it can be hard because when you know what you really want and you're not basing it on superficial things. You're basing it on real.
Like I want to be attracted to you, of course.
Right.
Right.
I'm saying, some women are like, oh, he has to make exactly this and he has to be this, and this.
No, I just want you to be stable and to be ambitious. If you are not where you want to be in life financially, how can we get you there? Are you willing to put in the work? Let's help each other, because I'm not there. I got so much more that I want to do, so much more to do, but it's kind of hard to do everything when it's just you. You know what I'm saying? So My focus be kind of all over the place, but I'm getting it together.
No, you're gonna get it, and I promise you, it will work out with the right guy. Because you're not for everybody. You know, it's
and everybody not for me.
Absolutely, the right one will show up when it's time. But right now, just enjoy, enjoy what you got going on. We can't wait to see you on Thursday. I think that you do set a great example. I think that all the ladies bring something different, but I think that we see Ashley, growing up and going through her stages. I think most women watching is like, I've done that before, and I had to learn.
Yes,
as my granny said, don't give a man more than one time to tell you he's not interested.
He don't want you.
It's a fact.
You got one time to show me that you're not interested.
Yeah.
And I'm gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't and it's all good. And you have to realize that it is for my best interest, because the man that I want would never be like that towards me anyway. You don't want somebody you got to convince, and that you got to go back and forth and forgive him for stuff that he did on purpose, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So
I told you that was my main thing with the first season, when people were like, "Oh, when he showed he wasn't that interested in when." Go back to show me, because I missed that.
No,
because that man was all in my face. He was all into me. Now, what he did behind my back in front of production, the camp, I wasn't privy to that information. Once I became privy to how he was moving, I moved around out his way. He called me while I was filming.
Oh, wow.
In New Orleans. So he must have got word I was back on TV. I had to tell production that, because I didn't know if they had something to do with it. And I'm like, hey, if he shows up, I'm leaving.
So do you think that he was not ready, or do you think he was just being malicious?
I think that he was a puppet to being a people pleaser. Yeah. Everybody around him. He was so into making everybody happy, make everybody like him. He didn't want to be a bad guy. Certain things he knew he shouldn't even, he don't know how to say no. He don't know how to tell production no.
Yeah.
And stand on there. I don't want a man like that.
Yeah. And I just don't think that we should be looking at men that are rappers at this age.
Girl, he wasn't doing all that while we was filming. So all that came afterwards. Girl, I'd be crying when they be sitting there. I'm like, but one thing, listen, rejection is protection. I don't care how it comes.
Absolutely.
God always, he saved me. That's all I can tell you.
No, he looks out.
No way. I would have broke up with him instantly when he started putting it out. Just to be very honest.
It was your castmates that went to the video shoot. I was like, what? Not the video shoot.
Baby, they was doing the most.
Yeah, but you know what? Just not for you. That's not the grown man energy.
Oh, absolutely not. I feel sorry for him, though. I feel like he's trying to find himself. I don't know. He wants like more of something, fame, and he's going about it the wrong way. It's really, sad to see.
His mixtape was held back during filming. You know what? I'm not gonna play with y'all. I'm not gonna play these games with the chat. But Vernisha, you are an amazing woman. You're beautiful inside and out. Beautiful thing to see. I think sometimes us sisters need to realize that the outer beauty is not what keeps a man, right?
No.
It piques his interest, but it's not what keeps him. So when you are beautiful on the outside, but you have an ugly attitude, and you're because a man will immediately switch up, and you be wondering why he's not consistent. No, sis, he just saw who you really were.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the fact that you really show inner beauty, and of course you have outer beauty, but the inner beauty is what actually is what people want to be around, and what a man will eventually value, because outer beauty comes a dime a dozen.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate, seriously, from sister to sister, I appreciate that.
Christal, I appreciate that.
Yeah, and like I said, we look forward to having fun with you here in the A.
I can't wait.
Yes, hit me when you guys get in town. But yeah, we're starting up at ATL. It's a dope place. It's Black owned. The owner is a good friend of mine, and we're just gonna have a good time and celebrate. So I look forward to seeing you. I wish Sharice could be here.
Yeah, but I talked to her. She has a art event or something that's going on in Miami that weekend. So that's what she said. I never heard of that.
Yeah, it's really nice. Y'all should do that next year. Really, really, really nice. I am stuck dealing with some stuff, but it's a really nice thing. So we appreciate you again for joining. You got to come back after the reunion.
I'm coming back. Trust me, I got a lot to say.
I already know. You got to come back. Well, we appreciate it. And Mo, we'll see. You want to say anything to Vernisha before We let her go.
You trying to be funny. Now we'll see you Thursday. We're gonna have a good time. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'll see you Thursday, Mo.
All right.
right.
Thank you, lady. Have
Bye.
a good
Thank
weekend.
y'all.
Bye. All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Great interview. I knew there was more to that situation with Mizell. So what you think overall, Mo? Listen to everything.
Now, I think it would obviously what he said didn't make any sense. What she made all the sense.
Yeah.
He's slick though.
He is slick. And I don't think he's a bad guy. I think that
but I can't even say that all the way because you know what you're doing. He knows what he's doing or trying to do. Let me say that.
Y'all hilarious. They're calling him Lizell.
I like that. Let's hashtag that. I like that.
We gotta go. We appreciate you guys. I'm gonna see if I can get my girl Sharice to join us on Wednesday. We got to do another midweek because this is getting so good. We got to come back midweek.
Yes.
Check in for that. I'm gonna have another pop culture power on tomorrow. Make sure that you're subscribed so you get a update about that because I have some amazing interviews and articles that I've written over the last 2 weeks that I want to talk to you guys about. So make sure that you are subscribed so you can get that. Thank you guys. Thank you, Janera. Thank you, Higher Perspective. Everybody that we had like 530 some people in the chat tonight. Dope numbers. We will be back on Wednesday. And then remember, you can watch virtually the party that we're going to have next Thursday. You can watch the conversation virtually on the YouTube channel. So make sure that you guys are subscribed.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
You said what?
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right?
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yep.
There it is.
All the ladies are going to be here in the ATL. Mo, I need you to bring all the guys out. We need all the players to come from far and wide.
I got you. I'm working on that right now. I got you. Thank you for sending the link too. I got you.
Absolutely. All right. Love you. And we will see you guys next Wednesday. All right. Have a good one.
Yep.
Bye.